Now we're just getting a breaking news where Mohsin Naqvi's mid-game exit draws attention. Now during the India-Pakistan clash, the PCB chairman and the Pakistan Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi was seen leaving the Premadasa Stadium early during Pakistan's batting collapse against India in the T20 World Cup. Now a video of Naqvi's exit went viral on social media, though no official reason has been given for his early departure yet. Now, India set a competitive score of 175-7 after opting to bat first. Now, we are joined by CNN News 18's Vineet Ramakrishnan. Vineet, very good morning to you and thank you for joining us. Now, Mohsin Naqvi holds a dual position. He's also the PCB chairman and the interior minister. So, what kind of message does that send when he left on such a high-profile match, right when Pakistan's batting started collapsing?
Well, Mohsin Naqvi's mid-game exit now has kind of become a defining visual of this India-Pakistan clash. The PCB chairman, as you mentioned, is also the interior minister, leaving our Premadasa Stadium as early as the 12th over, right after Mohammad Nawaz fell and Pakistan slumped to 72 for 5. And from that point onwards, there was no, turning back for Pakistan. Pretty much summed up the game itself. Pakistan really, an embarrassing defeat for them, a huge defeat. And also, I mean, it kind of seemed that the Naqvi's patience also ran out and doesn't really look well as well. And as I said, it was an embarrassing defeat, losing by 61 runs, the biggest margin in India-Pakistan encounters. And you have to look back at what Mohsin Naqvi's antics were throughout, the week-long boycott, threat drama and everything that was surrounding it. The global attention was in a way on Naqvi. So Naqvi leaving is no surprise because all the cameras and everything was, aimed at him, and with the kind of performance that Pakistan put out, anybody would just walk out of it. And eventually, I think Naqvi's patience ran out. And as I mentioned, as early as the 12th over, there were still 8 overs remaining, but he left as early as the 8th over. And as I mentioned, it was embarrassing, not just for the Pakistan fans, but also for the PCB chairman and the interior minister of Pakistan, who created all this hubris around the boycott threat and the saga. So clearly his patience running out with his team as well.
Right. Now, the video of him leaving the stadium quickly went viral within minutes. Now, how does that, do you think that affected the morale of the team as well as the fans?
Well, to be honest, the team players would not even have noticed that Mohsin Naqvi had gone, because the Premadasa, everybody was there in the VIP enclosures, and the morale of the team within Pakistan was, the team itself was down and out in the first 6 overs of their chase. They lost 4 wickets, their top order completely blown away in those first 6 overs itself. There was lack of clarity in terms of how Pakistan went about the game in itself, winning the toss and opting to bowl first on when many experts believe that you needed to bat first. And again, the manner in which they started that stiff chase of 176, just trying gung-ho every ball and losing wickets. So morale of the side was eventually, it was not there at all to start off with, right when they started. So they would not have really noticed, Naqvi's exit. But then again, from a social media point of view, from a Pakistan fans perspective, those kind of visuals would not be going down well with the Pakistan fans. Also, even for the players, once they would have realized that their chairman, their, interior minister is not there at the end of the game, that morale would also be, down for the players as well. During the game might not have affected much, but after this, as you mentioned, the social media, in the social media, the video had gone viral. They will be talking about it a lot more. Pakistan fans would be talking about it. The players would also get to know about it. So, yeah, overall, their morale would be down. Remember, Pakistan are still not out of the tournament. They still have 1 game to go against Namibia, and they need to win this if they need to have any chance in the Super 8. And to see that their own, chairman leaving the game, not even sitting there to complete the game, most definitely, as you mentioned, the morale would be down for the players as well once they see the video, and realize that, something of this sort had happened.
Right. Now, would it help the PCB to issue a clarification? Because it could have been a routine exit or something, probably something came up. So would it help their case if they come out and give an official clarification, regardless of whatever the intent may be?
It could help. It could help. It doesn't really require an official confirmation if there is a communication between the Pakistan players and Mohsin Naqvi saying that okay, there was something that was going, so he had to leave. Remember, Naqvi had came in specifically for this game. We had reported, and a lot of media also was reporting that there could be a possibility of a meeting with the ICC chair Jesha and others as well because of whatever had happened leading up to the game as well. So that meeting would have been done. But as you mentioned, yes, it would be great that if that communication could happen between Naqvi and the players. But an official one or a public statement is very unlikely on this matter.
Right. Thank you, Vineet, for joining in and sharing your crucial input with us. Now, CNN News 18's Shivani Gupta breaks down the match and the key factors that went into India's favour last night. Listen in.
It was indeed a consummate performance from the Indian team. There was absolutely no question marks over their performance today. Yes, they lost a couple of early wickets, and at that stage Pakistan had a great opportunity to maybe restrict India. But the way Ishan Kishan played in the power play, he completely took the game away from them. And after that, I think others only had to play a supporting role to ensure that they could cross the 160, 170 mark. And we had good late cameos for that, including from Rinku Singh. But it was really Pakistani batting that was so poor in this match that it completely became a one-sided contest. So while India, of course, was completely dominating, Pakistani side, once they lost those 3 wickets in the first 2 overs, literally no one saw them coming back from there. Yes, some teams have done it, but I don't think anybody had confidence that this Pakistani batting lineup could do it. And certainly there are big question marks, and as some of their former players are saying, big question marks over what they're going to do with their T20 side. Do some of these players even deserve to be in the team because they're not really carrying their weight? Overall, now the record between India and Pakistan in T20 World Cup is 8-1. There was so much build-up to this match. There was so much drama associated with this match. There were so many fans who had come from both India and Pakistan spending a lot of money. But in the end, a lot of those fans were left dejected. Obviously, more Pakistanis than India. Indian fans at least felt that they had their money's worth because India managed to win this contest, and that too convincingly. They saw some great batting, some great bowling. But yes, overall, this contest did not really live up to the hype. Pakistani fans were extremely disappointed when I spoke to them last night, and certainly there are big question marks. But overall, the good thing is for India that India is looking like the team to beat that we expect them to. Against USA, they were a little bit scratchy. Against Namibia, they had a confident win as expected, and now another confident win against Pakistan. So these are the kind of matches they need to play to kind of get into the Super 8 and in the final few stages to get more and more of these under their belt.
And with that, we're now slipping into a very short break. We'll be right back with more stories and updates. Stay tuned.